The journey toward greatness begins with a single step. A long path is built by small steps, and it is precisely in that very first one. The true transformation can be found by abandoning old patterns. We make room to sow inspiring habits, capable of renewing our perspective on each challenge. Who knows, perhaps now is the moment to take that first step toward the new. And as we leave behind what has already passed, we gain the opportunity to ask ourselves, what can I do today to be the best version of myself tomorrow? As one chapter closes, we stand before renewed dawn, inviting us to a moment of reflection and anticipation. Life resembles a journey with no fixed map, where each day offers a fresh chance to shape our destiny. The ancient Stoics, with their profound wisdom, fully understood this. They were not mere philosophers lost in abstract theories, but realists connected to the rhythms of existence. It's not just about listing resolutions that may fade over time. The point is to incorporate habits that will shape your life. That's why in this video, we will present 10 habits inspired by Stoicism, carefully crafted for the transition between the cycle that has ended and the new one that is beginning. These are not simply ideas to be admired, but actions to be lived before we start. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. It helps us a lot and costs you nothing. Let's go. No. 1. Stop fearing change. Embracing change is like learning to surf. If you resist, you'll be knocked down. If you adapt, you'll be carried forward. Marcus Aurelius reflected on the nature of transformation, understanding that life is an uninterrupted flow. By fearing change, we close doors to countless possibilities. Begin by adjusting your perspective. See change not as a threat, but as a natural and stimulating part of existence. It brings growth, learning, and new experiences. As we move from what was left behind toward what lies ahead, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Try a new hobby, a new career path, or a different way of thinking. It's in uncertainty that we find the deepest growth. Adopt a flexible mindset, just like a tree that bends with the wind without breaking. Be pliable when facing the new. Adapting is not being passive. It's discovering ways to thrive in shifting scenarios. Recall Aurelius's words, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. As you enter a new cycle, surf the waves of change skillfully, and use each challenge as a stepping stone to evolve and rediscover yourself. Number 2, say no to what is unnecessary in a world overloaded with options and distractions. Learning to say no is a true superpower. Marcus Aurelius, dealing with the complexity of an empire, understood the importance of discernment. He noted that much of what we do is not essential. By saying no to what doesn't add value, we free up time and enhance our ability to focus on what truly matters. How to put this into practice? Evaluate your commitments. Are they aligned with your values and goals? It's easy to get swallowed up by superficial tasks that don't contribute to your purpose. Practice saying no to these distractions. This isn't indifference. It's protecting your energy for what really makes a difference. Remember, when you say yes to something irrelevant, you say no to something valuable. Reverse that logic, say yes enthusiastically to what truly matters. Personal growth, meaningful relationships, your passions as you move into the new period ahead. Follow Aurelius's advice and ask yourself constantly, is this necessary? Develop the ability to refuse what doesn't add value and pave a path of focused purpose and genuine satisfaction. Number 3, start small. There's a saying, many crumbs make a big cake. It expresses a profound truth. The grand is built from tiny elements. Similarly, Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, stated well, being is attained by little steps, but these are not trivial. He understood the transformation does not happen in heroic leaps, but in gradual, deliberate steps. Imagine planting seeds. Each tiny seed can grow into something magnificent. One to read more instead of setting an enormous goal. Commit to reading just 1 page a day. It's like creating a mosaic. Each small piece contributes to the whole masterpiece. Tiny actions sustain great changes. Avoid unattainable goals. Focus on what is within reach. Immediate impossible. By accumulating small victories, you achieve great transformations. Remember, even the largest river begins as a thin stream of water. As you step into what's coming, embrace the power of starting small. Number 4, stop letting anxiety control you. There is a storm we all face internally, anxiety. It whispers about what might go wrong, about negative future scenarios. But here is a Stoic lesson. You are not a puppet, and anxiety should not pull your strings. Marcus Aurelius understood this in his meditations. He wrote, "Today I escaped from anxiety, or rather I discarded it, for it was within me." The turmoil is not out there, but inside us. How to break these invisible chains. First, acknowledge your feelings. Anxiety is born of thoughts, not concrete reality. It's like a fog distorting your vision, creating imaginary obstacles. Disperse that mist and see the world as it is, not as your fears describe it. Practice mindfulness, breathe, and ask yourself, does this worry stem from what's really happening, or from what I fear might happen? Usually, it's just the fear of the unknown. Reject the myth that anxiety is useful preparation. It doesn't prevent anything. It paralyzes. It's like rocking in a rocking chair. There's movement, but no progress. As you start a new chapter, commit to freeing yourself from these chains. Remember Aurelius's words. You have power over your mind. Not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Number 5. There's a story that endures through the centuries. Not about war, but about personal conquest. Dwight Eisenhower, whose decisions shaped the fate of many. Give yourself the order to internal enemy. The habit of smoking multiple packs of cigarettes a day. After a medical warning, he made a simple, radical decision. He gave himself the order to stop. And he did after 40 years. All at once, this illustrates an essential Stoic principle. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. It's not just about quitting smoking. It's about overcoming any habit that imprisons you. Whether it's something harmful to your health, procrastination, or an endless flow of negative thoughts. The key is to regain control over your impulses, rather than being controlled by them. How to apply this to your life? Identify a harmful habit, recognize its weight, and make a firm decision. Stop. It's not about gradual steps, but a definitive action. By giving yourself that order, you not only break a chain, but you reclaim your freedom. As you cross the border between what was and what will be, remember, you are the commander of your own destiny, and the first command is to exercise authority over yourself. No sick. Free up precious resources. Time. Time is our most valuable resource. Yet we often waste it on trivial things. We say we don't have time. But a sincere look at our cell phone usage tells another story. It's not about having more time, but using it well. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the essential. Epictetus stated, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish or ignorant in some matters. This means consciously choosing not to be sucked into the whirlwind of what doesn't matter, endlessly scrolling through feeds, drowning in irrelevant news, or getting lost in digital distractions. First, become aware of where your time goes. Observe your activities for a few days. You'll be surprised at how much is wasted on useless things. Then act with determination. Reduce consumption of these distractions. Set limits for apps, schedule times to check the news. It's not about disconnecting from the world, but about not getting lost in it. By reclaiming your time, you'll have it for what truly matters. Achieving goals, nurturing relationships, developing yourself internally. It's not just managing time, it's managing life as you move forward. Remember Epictetus, and focus on what contributes to your well-being and growth. Every minute invested in the irrelevant is a minute subtracted from the meaningful. Number 7. Do something hard at the start of a new cycle. Seneca didn't just create resolutions. He tested himself. He plunged into the cold waters of the Tiber River, not just to swim, but to declare, I am in control. This act wasn't about the cold, but about the internal fire fueling his determination. A vivid reminder that sometimes doing something difficult is the most invigorating gesture. How to bring this into your life? Start by leaving your comfort zone. Challenge yourself. It could be waking up earlier, taking a cold shower, speaking in public, or learning a new skill. The importance doesn't lie in the task itself, but in the attitude of surpassing limits. It's in discomfort that we expand our capacity, discovering what we are truly made of. The essence of this habit isn't in the difficulty, but in the affirmation of your will over your impulses. It's proof of internal strength, a reminder that you are greater than your fears. As you face the new chapter, do what's challenging and show yourself that great achievements are within your reach. Number 8. Associate with people who make you better. The company we choose shapes us more than we imagine. The Stoics knew this. Seneca, in his letters, emphasize the value of surrounding yourself with people who inspire wisdom. and growth associate with those who will make you a better man. He wrote, "It's not just about friends, but about influences that forge our character." Examine your circle. With whom do you spend most of your time? Do these individuals have qualities you admire and want to develop? Don't seek perfection, but seek those who push you forward and share similar values. It's like planting yourself in fertile soil. The right environment encourages blooming. It's not enough to avoid negative influences. Actively seek positive ones. Form a stoic circle, a reading group, a discussion group, or friends committed to personal growth. Debate ideas, philosophies, support each other around you. Let minds flourish that elevate you. As you cross from the old phase to the new, cultivate this garden of relationships. Each person can add value to your journey. Thus you not only meet expectations, you transcend them before continuing. Remember to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps us a lot and costs you nothing. Let's move on. Number 9, create a routine. Imagine your day as a blank canvas without a plan. Everything is filled randomly. With a routine, you create a cohesive work of art. The power of routine does not lie in rigidity, but in providing structure to channel your energy more effectively. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher whose reflections span time, said life without a plan is erratic. He knew that a well-structured day is a well-lived day. It's not about copying someone else's schedule, but creating one that makes sense for you. Identify the time when you are most productive, and dedicate those moments to essential tasks that require focus and creativity. For many, the quiet morning is perfect, a space for reflection, walking, creating or producing before distractions arise. But remember, routine is not only about work. Include habits that nurture mind, body and soul. Reading, exercise, time with loved ones. Consistency is the glue that keeps it all in harmony. Over time, your routine becomes fertile ground where good habits flourish. As Seneca said, principles are needed and the routine is a principle practiced daily. Thus, uncertainty gives way to a symphony of productivity and serenity. Number 10, get back on track when you stumble. Accepting our humanity means welcoming imperfections and slips. Marcus Aurelius, facing the complexities of life and power, understood the inevitability of error. It's not just about getting up after a fall, but about realizing that stumbling is part of the journey, not a permanent detour in practice. This means having resilience and compassion for yourself. If you fail on your diet, miss a workout, or neglect a habit, don't see it as total ruin. View the slip as a natural part of the learning process. The central question is, how do you react when you slip? Instead of condemning yourself, acknowledge the stumble and get back on track. This choice reinforces resilience. Each restart solidifies the habit of perseverance. It's not about perfection, but about constant progress. Epictetus, and it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. As you navigate between what has passed and what is yet to come, let these Stoic practices not be mere concepts, but ongoing actions shaping your life. Remember, the journey towards self-discipline, resilience, and serenity is not just about understanding Stoicism, but living it each day as a new canvas, and your actions are the brush strokes that define the masterpiece of your existence. Start now. Choose one habit, perhaps a moment of morning reflection or an act of kindness. See how it impacts your world. Your feedback and stories of transformation keep this journey alive. Together, we can explore this path of continuous growth and share experiences, inspiring not only ourselves, but also those around us. Thank you for watching. For those who've made it this far, comment Armored Wisdom. I'll leave another recommended video. See you soon.